So there were challenges still here in the 90s. There weren't that many women already working. And some of those, the challenges were complex. It was still a time where there were some communities that would say, we won't accept having a woman on our bima. We will accept having a woman on the bima, but she can't touch the Torah scroll. We will accept having a woman touch the Torah scroll, but she can't be wearing a talit. There were all these sort of chokhmas, I call them. They weren't necessarily halachic-based problems. They were sociological, cultural issues. And so as a student, one option was, well, I just won't go to X synagogue that won't let me do that. But of course, that's not a good way to affect change in those communities. And we all wanted jobs when we were finished. So you could avoid it, and to a certain extent, we were protected from some of it, but not all of it. The challenges were often very subtle. The kind of often, not exclusively, but often elderly members of communities, very often elderly men. And I was a young woman who really refused to see me as someone training for the rabbinate. So in subtle ways, not in, but, the metaphorically being patted on the head and told what a good little girl I was, or, why would somebody so pretty want to, whatever, or those sorts of commentaries, and which are actually in some ways much more insidious than the "you're not allowed to wear a talit" sort of comment, which is that's a structural piece that can be dealt with. You can set up committees and discussions and read halacha with people and have conversations, but those more insidious things were more difficult,